Ladies and gentlemen, before we get started, here at Ivy Talks Podcast Network, we're doing a subscriber giveaway. We'll be doing a giveaway on the 1st and the 15th of every month for $50 for a random subscriber. All you have to do to enter is subscribe, comment on any video, and you'll be entered for a chance to win. And once you do it once, you're entered for life. And it's going to be on the 1st, 15th of every month. A random subscriber will be chosen to win $50. As you grow, that money will go up. So go ahead, subscribe, comment to enter. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the NBA coverage. We are excited because we are here in the fourth quarter. We are on the tail end of the season, and we pretty much have who's going to finals. So before we get into the finals matchup, we're going to quick go over the Knicks Pacers series. Pacers beat the Knicks in game 6, so they win 4-2. And that last game was a pretty dominant game for Pacers. 125 to 108. Just some quick stats. The top performers, Karl-Anthony Towns at 22 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Tyrese Halliburton had 21 points, 6 rebounds, 13 assists, 3 steals, and a block. What really did it for the Pacers was causing turnovers and points off turnovers. So New York Knicks had 17 turnovers. The Pacers had 34 points off those turnovers. Now, Knicks, they did create 12 turnovers for the Pacers, but in terms of points off of those turnovers, they didn't convert. They had 13 points off those turnovers. Another big part is obviously Neesmith has been playing on a different level. Tyrese Halliburton, Miles Turner was big for them in clutch situations. And
Spicy P too.
Yeah, all of that. And then what's also a key factor is the pace. We talked about this in previous podcasts. The pace that the Pacers play at is such a high, fast pace. And not only that, if you try to compete with them in pace, the Pacers have the number 1 transition defense in the league. So even if you have the athletes to play at their pace, they have the defense to slow you down while they're able to keep going at that pace. Calvin, what did you see in this series as a whole that really worked for the Indiana Pacers?
Bro, they just played great defense and it transitioned it to when you play great defense, it makes the offense easier, man. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. Um, if and then obviously if you can score off of the turnovers and everything too, that plays a big part. If you can control the rebounds, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you usually win the game just from that standpoint, and obviously have less turnovers than the other team too. Um, Yeah, man. Like that team, I feel like it just seems like they get progressively good almost every game. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is, but it's just like I mean, Halliburton getting a triple double with no turnovers. Like that's
Yeah.
that's and then you have Pascal just coming out dropping
Uh,
what he dropped like 30 something.
31 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists on 10 for 18 from the field, 55% from the field, 60% from three with a plus minus of 25. He
Bro,
also shout out to Siakam. Sorry to cut you off. Shout out to Siakam for getting the Western Conference MVP. I mean, Eastern Conference MVP.
yeah, I mean, dude, and what I'm saying too is that it's just like anybody can go off for 20 or more points on that team. Like it's just crazy to me. But to be honest too, to get into the matchups, I think that is the best team that matches up with OKC just
The
from the
team
East.
ball aspect.
The team
The
ball
team ball.
aspect and everything. And surprisingly, they're both small market teams, bro, but they play great defense like
Yeah.
on both sides and everything. And to be honest, the Pacers aren't like an old team at all either. They're kind of young. They got some vets and everything like that.
Yeah.
They're not as young as the Thunder, but man, I think it's gonna be one of those like games where hopefully it gets a 7 game series, bro. But I mean, I think it's gonna be high intensity, great defense, great offense and everything. I still think those games are still going to get into like the 110 range and everything, just how they play offense and everything. Just
Yeah.
both sides and everything like that. So a lot of people are saying, "Oh, this finals is going to suck and everything." Like, and oh, OKC is going to sweep them. It's just like, hold on, bro. Like the Pacers ain't no sweet team, bro. They had to go
Yeah.
through. They've have they gentlemen sweep almost every team that they played.
Um,
Except the Celtics. That went to what, game 6?
Let me see. Gentlemen swept the Bucks. Then they gentlemen swept Cleveland,
When
and
Cleveland
then
was a high ranked team, Cleveland was a team
the
that
number
was,
one team in the East.
yeah,
And then Knicks game 7 or 6 games.
yeah, bro. Like that's,
And then they also shot efficient. They shot 52% from the three. Knicks shot 28%.
yeah, bro. Like, yeah, that's crazy too. Like you're going 50% from the 3-point line as a team. Yeah, hats off to y'all, bro. Hats off to y'all. Um, yeah, man. Like I think too now, to be honest, Finest, these smaller market teams are kind of getting a little bit more kind of competing against the big market teams, to be honest now, man. Like we got the Timberwolves, like Golden State's not even like that anymore. Um, you know who else? I mean, you got the Rockets, young team and
Yeah.
everything. Like, would you count them as a small market?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
just making sure. Um, shit, man. Like, what else is another small market one? I
Cleveland,
Cleveland, like
they're small
Pacers.
market.
Um, yeah,
Denver,
man.
Denver's a small market team.
Yeah. I mean, man, yeah. I just like how the NBA is kind of going right now. You don't have like the Lakers really like that. You don't have like, yeah, you got the Celtics, like the Knicks are making that push back and everything, but it's just like you just got a lot of stars on these teams now that can really do it. So,
Bro, to your point, in the East, out of the top 8 in the East, only 2 teams are big markets. Cleveland in the East. Cleveland was number 1, small market. Pacers number 4. Bucks are 5th. Detroit 6. Orlando 7. Hawks 8. Those are all small market teams. The only 2 big market teams are Celtics and Knicks.
mhm.
The West, the top 2 teams are small market: Thunder, Rockets. Then Denver's 4. Clippers I would consider small market team because the Lakers are the big team in the LA. Timberwolves, not Golden State, but then you got Memphis at 8. So even in the West, the majority of the top 8 were small market teams, and the
Mhm.
top 2 of them. Granted, you could argue there's not many big market teams in general, but still, you're talking about dominant teams making it deep runs into the playoffs.
Mhm.
The only big market team in the conference finals between the 4 was the Knicks. The other 3 were a small market. Yeah. Um, I think for this matchup, Indiana plays great team ball. We talked about this before the playoffs even started. Like with the superpower that Indiana has is the fact that Halliburton is a pass first guard with the ability to drop 20 plus, which is always deadly because you get everybody involved. And that's a big reason why anybody can get you 20 because you got a guy, their star, that's going to distribute to whoever's hot. Like Obi Toppin at 18, he'll give you 20. Obviously, Neesmith, we've seen what he'll do if he gets hot. It's Jesus Christ.
It's crazy,
We
bro.
saw that. The list goes on with Siakam, who was pretty much keeping that team in the game, and the reason why he got the conference MVP.
It's crazy, bro. I give 20 assists, I get 20 points. Jesus Christ, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
so that's their superpower, and that's their their selling point why they made it this far. On paper, talent wise, OKC is a more talented team. I think what it's going to come down to, I think it comes down to Jalen Williams. We know SGA is going to get his 30 points. We know Halliburton's going to get his 10 plus assists. He's going to get his double double. Siakam's going to get his double double. I think if Jalen Williams shows up consistently, I think OKC has this in the bag. I think it comes down to Jalen Williams because if he shows up and the way he plays, I think it's going to be a catalyst for everybody on that OKC team. But I think it comes down to Jalen Williams, him being hot. Because if your focus is SGA and SGA is, let's say he's less aggressive or he gets Jalen Williams involved and Jalen Williams starts to torch you, you have to stop highlighting your focus on SGA and you have to start giving Jalen Williams some focus, right? You have to give him some respect. Then once you do that and you start to give SGA one-on-one match, it opens it up for both of them. And then once SGA gets opened up to where he has the ability to do what he wants, get to his spots, everybody eats because he's going to pass the ball where it needs to go. He's going to get Jalen Williams in good spots. When Jalen Williams and SGA get in their spots, then that opens it up for Hardenstein to get that little floater thing he does. That opens up.
Bro.
It opens up for Chet for him to get on the perimeter and either take his shot or get to the rim. It opens. It gets Caruso. Like it opens it up for everybody.
See, that's the thing. I feel like there is that one person I'm waiting on. You think it's Jalen Williams. I think it's Chet. I don't even, bro, like I don't even think we know what Chet could possibly do, bro. He is literally bro, he goes at it with Wemby every single year they play, bro. And
Yeah,
he holds his own. He holds his own and everything. Bro, I just don't think that I don't think we've even tapped into how good that dude's about to be because on the defensive end, yeah, he's undersized and everything, skinny as hell, but bro, he'll still bump with you and everything
yeah,
too, bro. That's the thing that I like about Chet. I think he can possibly be like a defensive player of the year in the making and everything. And plus, I think he can be probably one of the best stretch fives to possibly play, in my opinion. That's only if he gets to that ceiling and everything like
right,
that.
right.
Um, and I'm going back on it because I made that take and everything. Like I think we're seeing OKC with Russ, James Harden, and KD all over again, just
A
in the
big
news.
three.
Yeah, and I think I think Chet, it was if he does go to his own team and he is the guy and everything, I think that's just gonna expose just how good he actually is. So
Yeah, his
that's
third
my take.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
if all three of them show up, it's a done deal.
oh yeah, yeah.
It's a done
I
deal.
mean, yeah. Especially if Chet starts dunking on people and J Dub starts locking up people and everything. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I think if you look at if they both, I think if both teams bring their A game, the same game, Pacers their best three are on, and OKC's best three are on. OKC's going. OKC wins it.
Yeah.
If both of them bring their A game, OKC wins both teams. The question is, can they bring their A game 4 games out of 7? I think that's really what it comes down to. Consistency, which we'll see, because both teams have been the most consistent this entire playoff
Hmm.
run. So
That's why I think it's gonna be a low key dogfight, bro. That's what I really think.
yeah,
Um, and plus, it's kind of the thing is just nobody expect the Pacers to be here. Like
no,
nobody, I think
no, no.
nobody thought that probably, bro. But you know, I guess they're back.
We'll see. We'll see. All
Shit.
right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for riding with us this season for this far. We'll have one more episode once the finals are over to recap, and we'll see you guys then. Appreciate you for watching. Catch you guys next time.
I'm gonna chase my dreams.